So, hello again, and unfortunately, the game crashed, and it actually crashed after I clicked next turn. I was unable to besiege Frankfurt on the previous one, so I moved in closer. But the thing that happened was that the Sicilians are besieging Cagliari, and I assaulted Inverness successfully, but now I have to assault it again. And then in the battle to save Cagliari, the game essentially crashed. So what we are going to do is basically we have to repeat some steps. So I have 3 new missions: to kill the King of England and to cease hostilities with Scotland and the Holy Roman Empire, which is not going to happen. So let's start building, because we have a lot of things to build on a lot of places, and yeah, I will leave those castles in northern France unattended because I basically don't need them. In Toulouse, I'll definitely continue the development in Toulouse because apparently there might be more crusades to come. Saragossa, good roads. This is great. Actually here I have a new guy. And the princess, actually I will marry that princess to the young guy. And with this not so bad of an assassin, I want to kill this witch. But first I'll have to train a bit. So yeah, some building here and there. Algiers, let's continue to upgrade it too. So I can start moving my army from Antwerp, and let's figure it out what sort of troops I'll have. So let's move the fully trained infantry, the heavy infantry, which needs a castle, the crossbowmen, I'm getting them, 2 ballistas and 2 catapults, and yeah, this should be fine for now. Maybe let's get more militias. Not sure if I need these militias. Sorry, but we will figure it out. I think I had more assassins. Yep, let's go for this one. So once again, I'm in the position. Let's move this guy to Vienna. Successful trade increase, that's nice. And now I have to start making those battles. And I think I'll start the same with Inverness, then Cagliari, then Frankfurt. I also have Tunis to take. But yeah, let's first go for Inverness. Let's make a new save just to be absolutely sure. And let's readjust, I think. So I was excommunicated and the missions are not successful, obviously. I wonder if I should take the crossbowmen. Actually, let's take them. That's actually... Can I get also these? Yep. So I can retrain them. Yep. So this went fine. And actually let's save once again because we made a few things. And let's assault the Scottish. And so the concept for the battle was pretty easy. Placing my catapults in front, I saw that the enemy takes some strange position between the two walls, so I moved my cavalry forward. Two light cavalry stacks. The intention was to immediately enter after the gate is down, which I did, and I was able to catch the peasant archers before they're able to get back. There's something strange happened actually. My cavalry stopped for a second, but in any case I was able to get the enemy archers. I started moving the catapults and the rest of the army because it was important to not lose any time at this point. And the heavy cavalry of the enemy just stood there inside behind the second wall. Here the enemy archers were routed, and until the end of the battle basically what I did is I took my time to come in with the entire army, break the towers just in case, break a hole in the wall, break the gate, enter in, fire a salvo from the majority of range sources that I have. Okay, ballistas and the crossbowmen, and then just finish the job with some of the heavy troops in my composition. And that was it. A bit easy victory against an easy opponent.
The Almighty. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here to...
And so we've won. We've captured Inverness for the second time, and now I'm going to save. Definitely I'm going to save the game after. So this is for repair. That's pretty fine, I don't need any more catapults or whatever. And Scotland is not eliminated, which means that they have another possession, which probably is going to be Dublin, which also means that
the problem. What is the name?
Most likely,
yes.
We don't trust you enough to do business.
England and Scotland have only one possession each, which is Wales and Ireland. And
Orders, Your Majesty. Orders. Yes. Yes.
Who do I face?
Yes. Orders. Yes.
Name thy enemy, Lord. Bringing these lands under your gaze. Yes, marching.
Yes. March.
we can get the
Mighty
cavalry
forces, my
movement.
lord. Your Majesty.
And plan our next battle. And so I saved, and the next thing I'm going for is the defense of Cagliari, which actually crashed my game the previous time.
This is where we shall meet the enemy.
So it's some mercenary troops and the faction
All
heir,
our people's hopes are
which will
with
be
you,
very
men.
cool if I manage to kill.
Soldiers, on my order.
And once again, I'm going to fight a sped up battle and continue afterwards. And the rather lame Sicilian attempt to get back Cagliari was a disaster for the enemy. So basically they had their faction heir coming from the back of the castle, and their mercenary spearmen and crossbowmen were moving rather strangely. So I got out with my cavalry, activated the special ability of the light cavalry so they don't start shoot at me, and I move forward with the light cavalry and with the heavy cavalry behind. So I started to scare the mercenary crossbowmen, which then started to run, and I separated them from the spearmen, and it was all fun and games after that, pretty much. Here I'm placing the crossbowmen on the wall because I noticed that the faction heir has started to move from the right side, my right side of the castle. So here I passed near the first spearman squad, which just randomly stayed there, and here the crossbowmen are separated from the spearmen, so I launched my heavy cavalry while just standing there with the light cavalry to further drop the morale of the enemy troops. And here the second squad is also broken. Then I proceeded to shoot javelins at the enemy spearmen from different directions, mounting my heavy cavalry to diminish the morale of the enemy once again. And here this squad is broken, so I moved to the next one. Moved my spearmen to the front towers, so they actually shoot if needed. And for some reason the faction heir just standing there being shot by the enemy, by my archers, at towers. Here I even decided to get the ballista out, which was rather unneeded, but I decided to not take any losses from my cavalry. So, at some point, only the faction heir was left in that huge stack. So I waited for him to come closer to my cavalry and out of range of the towers. So this squad was now routed. And I went for the kill with my mailed knights, which finished the job. And Cagliari has been saved, and the Sicilian faction heir is now dead. And so now for the next battle I have two options. Go for Tunis. Apparently I can land near that army or on its other end, which is rather interesting. In this case, I have no idea how this will happen, but apparently it's possible. And at the same time, I can go for Frankfurt, which is a fully stacked city with a large stone wall, and it's the capital of the Holy Roman Empire. Actually, I can besiege it and not assault it. I think I'm not rushed by any other enemy army in the region to do so, but still. So in both cases we have a difficult task. Here they have a lot of archers, which we can actually try to avoid, but they also have some heavy cavalry, which are the Knights Hospitaller, which should ensure that they don't charge us. So it's a tricky situation. Definitely not sure which one of the two has to go first. So let's besiege. We can actually go for the long thing here, but we have a lot of siege equipments and not a lot of army. I'm not sure if it's going to be wise to besiege them, and they can also force an open battle. So
Yes. Your orders?
Here I don't have any infantry.
Yes, my lord.
So
Name the field of battle. We will
definitely
meet you
an
there.
interesting
Talk
case.
is cheap. Come
But
fight.
we have
Yes.
a lot of cavalry.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
So they have 4 heavy cavalries. We have 4 heavy cavalries, but we also have light cavalry. Also 4 stacks, and in the city they have at least 1. Okay, I think I will go for Tunis first.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, noble one.
And we can actually land on this end or on this end. I'm not sure, or we can attack from the back. I'm not sure if any of my generals or the main commander is a knight. No, I don't think he can do a knight fight, apparently, unfortunately. Okay, so let's land from this end. and we will be able to start
Yes.
harassing the enemy
God will be with us, men.
as soon as
To battle!
possible.
Without question, we shall
I'm
begin
gonna
the
get
siege.
galleys as
Yes, we will
mercenaries.
not surrender these walls. Yes.
Go away, please.
Attacking on your command. Our fleet is victorious. Your orders, noble one. With God's blessing and yours.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one. So, there is also an option for me to not harass their army, but to allow their army, aside from their infantry, to enter in. And afterwards, I can go for the... But I only have 2 ballistas, to be honest.
We shall claim victory in
It will
God's
be hard.
name, men.
I must definitely kill them outside of the city. Or at least the majority of the enemy force. And once again, I'll continue with the so-called live commentary after the battle. Interesting battlefield.
Men, speak well of me
And
because
see you
I
later.
cannot throw lives away.
And so it was a heroic victory. Probably I lost a lot more than I should, and than I usually do. We lost 3 commanders, I think, in this battle.
Blessed Lord, we thank you for delivering
So
us.
we are only
God has
left
delivered us this victory.
with the original leader.
Hello, Your Highness. Your
Yeah,
Majesty,
we should
I shall
definitely
approach this
marry too,
delicately
because
for our future.
he did great,
My Sultan wishes you dead.
and we can start replenishing and getting really good troops from Tunis.
Without a trace.
We'll be moving our spies further up front, and victory is a victory, and we can now think for our next moves. And after this very much costly victory, I think there is a upheaval in Milan. At least we'll have an abbey, which should reduce the maybe. I think I need to get more militias, just to be sure. I think they aren't very happy with the excommunication, another excommunication that we got, but it is what it is, and now we must focus on the last thing to do for this turn, which should be the battle for the Imperial capital of Frankfurt. It's a fully stacked capital, filled to the brim. They even have the faction heir and 2 more stacks than the allowed ones. At least it's a city, so only 1 wall. However, the wall will be pretty heavy. They have a lot of crossbowmen units. Do I have a spy in Frankfurt? I cannot see at this time. Definitely I want a daily battle. And it's going to be a tough one. I mean, they have a lot of units inside. A lot will depend on how they are spread out. We can try to quickly... Oh, it's foggy weather. I want it to be clear, just to be able to see what happens. So I need to break a hole in the wall, probably around here. I can do that. Right next to this tower, which I'm going to destroy too. Or here. It's possible to be also here. Anyway, it's going to be a tough one, and I'm actually not able to lose it. So we have a lot of range units, not a lot of infantry, so we must use our units in a really clever fashion. We'll have to take our time, definitely. And let's get going. And the battle for Frankfurt was really long one. I mean the full battle timer, and I wasn't able, unfortunately, to capture it. All the troops that were stuck in initially at the center started to move, closer to the wall, but I was quick to enter in with my cavalry, which for the majority of the battle was great because I used that cavalry to do a lot of damage to the enemy troops. They had some troops outside of the gate. I wanted to lure in the crossbowmen because they had a lot of crossbowmen. I wanted to destroy the majority of the towers. Also, at least from the side that I was getting in. And there isn't anything particular that I want to further mention about this battle. It was an easy one. It was a lot of micromanaging to be able to kill as many troops as possible with as less losses as possible. Unfortunately, the battle timer ran out. Probably if I had 5 more minutes, I would be able to do my job from the first try, because obviously I wouldn't give up and I'll go for Frankfurt as soon as possible once again. And yeah, the AI did a lot of mistakes, particularly with troops getting out of the walls, but I think that would happen because they had more stacks than allowed. Somehow they had 22 stacks in Frankfurt, but it is what it is. I'll stop with the ramble and let you see, fast forward what happened with the battle.
Time makes a useful ally. Today it kissed our foe and brought him victory, but only just.
Very well then. Breaking the siege. Your orders,
And
number
unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture Frankfurt. Sorry, Frankfurt at the first try. And they have fresh squads of archers. We'll have to wait for the next turn and try again. At least we've killed the faction heir, and they now have a new faction heir. But still, I think it was a pretty good job for us. For me, rather unfortunate that I was probably 5 minutes short or so to get to the town square and kill the last remaining troops. And this was a defeat, only the third one. I think all of our defeats are basically unable to capture the enemy in time, but still it was a pretty effective one. We've killed a lot of troops. They have a lot of archers, which can be easily taken care of. And we can basically prepare properly for the next. Yeah, let's move our ballistas in direction of Nuremberg. I also get this ballista because I no longer need it in Metz. Obviously Metz will be pretty safe after we capture Frankfurt. And it is what it is. We cannot do a lot more. So we simply have to go to the next turn. Timbuktu 2 turns away, and let's click next turn and see what happens. Diplomats moving around. I think they have a spy in Nuremberg. Someone has a spy in Nuremberg, that's why the population is unhappy. Maybe. So the English will try to besiege Nottingham. I think that's a rather... Ooh, they also try to get York. I wasn't expecting this army at York. Luckily, I think my cavalry in Edinburgh should be able to react to that siege in time. Okay, so the English are making some last attempts. A new commander in Toledo. Jihad against Constantinople. Interesting.
Your orders, number one.
So this commander will be in Pamplona. Let's get them, I don't know where, in Marseille. Let's get them moving to Marseille. Like that. Faction announcements. We've lost our faction heir and they're pretty unhappy in Marrakesh. Let's rebuild. We have a new faction heir, which is the only remaining guy in from the Grand Battle for Tunis. What do we need here? Let's get one more catapult. First,
we will not surrender these waters easily.
They have a lot of bolts over there. I have to snuff them out.
Our fleet is victorious.
And I need to get to Tunis so I can start rebuilding. They'll go for another try at Cagliari. the Venetians this time. They simply have no chance. So York, Nottingham, okay.
Attacking on your command.
Let's sink this ship.
Victor, you want us gone?
Let's try
Then
to...
yes, madam. Prepare to board and
Unfortunately,
engage.
we weren't
Our
able to.
fleet is victorious.
Okay, and
Yes.
we will start trying to
Admiring the enemy.
defeat the Venetians
noble lord.
over there. Let's get 2 ballistas just to be safe.
Your Majesty,
Our
am I after a
princess...
suitor or a simple
No
agreement?
unmarried generals. Yeah, how unfortunate. Okay,
I shall approach this
marry
delicately.
this guy.
Is it someone I will like? He was on one knee in a flash, father.
He is loyal. Right, wife is wretch, unpleasant, but useful. Alright. Let's get some more population here. Marrakesh. Yeah, let's continue to improve the public situation. So we'll be getting Timbuktu in this turn. Let's see what happened in Frankfurt. Not sure if they have more troops or not. Let's besiege them. Okay, the Polish have started to move troops in this area. Let's get our spy back in Nuremberg because I think they have a...
What is it then?
Okay, this is a diplomat down. And our killer is even better now.
But of course, the problem.
And this
What
guy
is the name?
will be murdering on the next turn.
To dispose of, Lord.
So there is a Venetian army
Come face
which
me.
is doing nothing. Oh, we can replenish our mercenary troops.
Name the field of
There
battle.
is
We will meet you there.
some Venetians moving around. Let's get a better tavern. Sorry, tavern for the people. So here in Cordoba, they're pretty happy in Cordoba. Can here nothing to improve. Here I must continue to improve.
It will
So
be an honor defeating you.
the faction heir and some family member. I don't have any sieges, but I have a lot of French units, which is
matters on the field of
pretty okay. And this cavalry can reach York in time. In Inverness, we will be losing troops. Let's get a peasant archer who will stay in Inverness doing nothing.
you damn schooner. This is not your fleet, you galoot.
Apparently they have a trash army
you damn schooner.
moving around. We must be careful of this trash army. And here
Once I kill you,
they have this guy, the faction heir,
orders? Begone.
apparently
You are
is
not my leader.
on my path.
Yes. Yes, my
Let's
lord. This is where we
scare
shall meet
these.
the enemy. The day is ours. The enemy are beaten. Yes, Lord. March.
Why I can't get
Yes?
another fort
Your will.
over there?
Not even the royal.
Yes?
I thought I would be able to get another,
Heresy cannot hide from me.
but unfortunately I will not be able to.
Who has this
So I forgot if I had more assassins. So a successful mission, and this guy now has 4 stars.
What is the
Still,
Yes?
this one will be...
How am I to serve our people? I shall approach this delicately.
Orders?
So this is a family
Your
member.
orders, noble one.
Both are family members. This guy is 12,
Yes.
this guy is 17.
Hello, Your Highness.
Let's marry for the
How
better
am I
one.
to serve our people?
Who has displeased you?
How many assassins I was having? Yeah. Agents. Spy, Nuremberg, Tunis. Assassin in Toledo, assassin in Prague. Yeah. Ah, yeah. I have an assassin in New York.
The problem. What is the name?
Who or what am I to dispose of, Lord? Am I taking down a person or a place? Who or what am I to dispose
Okay.
of, Lord?
Let's go for it.
Am I taking down a person or a place?
Apparently I cannot on this turn.
Who or what
Ah, what
am
a
I to
failure.
dispose of, Lord? Am I taking
Okay, let's
down a
start
person
building the
or a place?
final farms
Who or what
in
am I to
Nottingham.
dispose of, Lord?
And
Your Majesty.
let's move these ballistas to Nuremberg.
You are not mein Kaiser.
So here I'm rebuilding in Venice. There was a flood. I'm not sure if I'll be able to replenish these in one turn. Let's get 2 catapults and 1 ballista. They will be used solely for protection. Now in Bologna they start to get a bit upset, but it is what it is. I have this
We will
fleet
not surrender these waters. These your
here.
orders? Yes. Yes, my lord. Your orders?
Brand new fleet, I must say. Let's get more ships then to increase our fleet. We are not getting a lot of money, but we will be capturing more territory.
Who has displeased you?
On this turn we'll be getting finally Timbuktu,
Your orders, noble
I
one.
hope, after so many turns. It's turn 62, we are finally getting there. Also we'll be getting definitely Frankfurt, and we have to save ourselves from the English and then move for their final castle. Alright, I think I'm going to end this part right now, and I'll be going to start the next part with a lot of battles in Britannia, and then for Frankfurt, battle number 2, and for Timbuktu. See ya on the next part. Bye bye.